All right, we are here. As promised, I got my girl Kathryn back, and we are doing. We talked about doing an MMA show, and I couldn't see anything more fitting than this upcoming card, UFC 259.
Amazing.
Just absolutely dumb. As far as the names that they've got on it, the fact that there's three titles up for grabs, and just the names themselves, man.
Dominic Cruz. I didn't even realize Dominic Cruz was.
Dominic Cruz is on the prelims. Former champ, one of the best fighters in the UFC history, is the main event on the prelim, which is
prelims, yeah,
bananas. And that's gonna be a good fight for sure. Because I don't know if you know Casey Kenny. I mean, this kid's 16-2. He's on like last time I saw him, pretty mean with his hands. Let me look him up real quick.
Looking at these stats. Let's see.
So Casey Kenny, I mean, he's only been in the UFC for 3 years, started in 2019. Blew through Ray Borg and a decision on Manny Bermudez. So a lot of decisions. All right. So the kid just runs long, it looks like. I mean,
I think this is gonna be more of a battle between like old guy and young gun.
Oh no, for sure.
You know?
They are. I mean, UFC has been doing this a whole lot, to where they take these monsters that are just on the come up, and they throw them to the wolves against these big hitters. I mean, who was the last guy that Wonderboy fought? Like they keep trying to get Wonderboy out, but he's beat the last two kids that they've thrown at him. And like,
did he fight Darren Till?
No. Who was?
He fought Tyron Woodley, but that was.
He fought Tyron Woodley
quite a while ago. That was a draw.
Thompson. Let's see. What was his last fight?
Love that dude.
Dude, he's such a good fighter, and he's just such a good guy. Good.
Yeah, I know. Like Sage Northcutt. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's coming back. He's got a fight scheduled in. I think he's at one.
Yeah, he is
now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. That dude's been fighting for so long. Good God. 2012. What was his last fight though? Jeff Neal. That's who it was.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
I mean, just this monster kid with these heavy ass hands that's just been blowing through people on the come up, and then like they threw him to Wonderboy, who's number 5, which is ridiculous. Like the kid, I think was like 14 or 15, and then they just threw him the number 5 guy. And I mean, it's the same thing with this Casey Kenny kid, where he's I don't know if he's ranked at all.
It's not showing that he is.
Yeah. So and then Dominic Reyes is what, top 10, right? I mean,
Dominic Cruz is 11.
Is 11? Yeah. So this kid hasn't fought anybody super great. I mean, he's won by a bunch of decisions. The fight that I remember seeing him in, he's got a pretty decent pace. Like he's got some cardio for days, but nothing in super impressive fashion. And then you're going to go against Dominic Cruz, who the former 2-time champ. He's got, let's see, Dominic Cruz, 25-3, 7 knockouts, 1 submission, and 14 decisions. Dude's been fighting since 2012, I think 2011.
Who?
Yeah, 2011. Oh no. Dominic.
Are you talking about Cruz? No, he's been fighting since
way back.
2000. 2000. I mean, like professionally in the spotlight. I think he was in Strike Force.
That's
possibly.
right.
So that's like 2000. 2006
Yeah,
around there.
so he started the UFC in 2011, but yeah,
Got
man,
it.
kid's been fighting forever. Oh my gosh, his first fight was against Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, and he beat him. Oh my,
Yeah, yeah. He can say that.
that's crazy. Yeah, one of the few people that have ever beat Mighty Mouse. Anyways, yeah. So the fact that this guy is on the prelims to this fight card should definitely say something.
Well, and also they always gotta. I feel like they've got to do something to bring people to the prelims. So it's like I feel
Absolutely.
like sometimes the main event of the prelims is better than one of the fights on the main card, if that makes sense.
No,
Just because they
absolutely. I heard Dominic talking about this specifically. He's like, yeah, I mean, I don't have too big of a deal being on the prelims because I am the featured fight of the prelim
right,
card, and so
right,
he's the last fight that people are going to see for free. So that means that there's going to be the most people seeing him, right? Because not everybody's going to be ponying up the $80 uh, uh, for the
for
paper.
the pay-per-view. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, for him who's coming off of a loss against Cejudo, I think was the last time he fought.
Didn't he lose his belt to Cody Garbrandt? Maybe that wasn't his last fight though.
No, he did lose it to Cody Garbrandt, and then Cody lost it to
To
TJ.
TJ.
TJ lost to Cejudo in like 13 seconds or something ridiculous. That's how.
Oh, and then okay, yeah, and then
Yeah,
okay.
and
Cruz
then
fought Cejudo.
Cruz came back and then lost to Cejudo, and then Cejudo retired, which he wanted to be the super.
Oh, that's right, he did.
He wanted it to be the super big deal, and it was, all right. Like Dana just like he was in the ring with him, and Dana was just like, oh, word, all right, cool.
Oh, well, because here's the thing though, those lower weight classes, Mighty Mouse could, like, if you look at his record, like on paper, why wasn't he as popular as John Jones, as
Yeah.
Rousey, as these people, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like those, maybe with the exception of Jose Aldo and McGregor, obviously, especially the 125 weight division, I
125
feel like,
never, yeah. I think it's because it's just, I mean, it's smaller dudes, man, and it's the people don't appreciate the athleticism and the pace that those dudes have when they're fighting.
right.
Oh my gosh, man. They come out, pop, 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 round ends. Round two, pop, pop, pop. It's just the same thing over and over again, but they obviously don't have that knockout power because they're 125, man.
Well, yeah, they don't have it as much as the other guy. But also, you're talking about the ba ba ba. That's also in their like beef leading up to the fight. I feel like it's like the 125 guys will be like, what, and they look like little, whatever leprechauns. And then the heavyweights are like, they're staring down. They're like, yo, man, what's up? Yeah, brother. It's because the little, maybe it's like what is it, Napoleon syndrome? I don't know.
It might be a little bit of Napoleon complex. It might be, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
complex, not syndrome.
Yeah, either way, it's I don't know. It's definitely interesting seeing them because I mean Demetrius Johnson is one of the best fighters of all times, and I don't think enough people know him. Like, and I mean that's just the way it has been for these 125s, and 135 is on the come up for sure. I think more people are taking note of the 135, but people don't start noticing you as a fighter until 145, and even then, not really.
Well, speaking of 135, that's one of the title fights with Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling. I'm a little bit excited for that fight.
Yeah,
I'm most excited. We can get to this later, but I'm most excited for the Islam Makhachev fight. But we can talk about the Peter Yan.
Really, the Islam Makhachev. Okay.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
So you're looking down the line for that one. Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean, I follow that whole camp, Khabib's team.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's.
Well, there's a lot to go with this Aljamain Petr Yan fight. So, just real quick, let's talk about some stats. Aljamain 19-3, Petr Yan 15-1. Aljamain's got 2 knockouts but 8 submissions. So, like, dude's got a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Kid's mean with that ground game, and
yes.
I mean that he showed that against Corey Sandhagen. in his last fight, beating him in a minute 28 with a guillotine in the first round. Just absolutely like stunned Sandhagen. Like as soon as he got on his back, the fight was over. And then you got Petr Yan, who's got some heavy hands, man. Kid is 7 knockouts of his 15 wins. Like, come on now.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry. We got a visitor. We got a visitor who just woke up.
What's his name again?
Oh, Theodore.
Yeah, that's a
Maybe.
badass name.
What do you think of these fights, honey? Who do you think's gonna win between? Let's see. How about Petr Yan, Aljamain Sterling. What do you think? Well, Petr Yan, he kind of looks like a baby. That is a thought that I've had. Doesn't he? He got like, look at my baby and then look at his face.
Yo, honestly, yeah.
He does. It's the small dudes. He's small little dudes.
And honestly, man, I was really surprised that he got the title shot. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from it. Like, yes, obviously,
I was too.
He's a good fighter. I mean, 15-1 professionally. But I was looking at his stats, and I mean, he only started in 2018, so he was in the UFC for 2 years before he got the title fight. Sure, he's undefeated in the UFC, but I think it was only 5 fights total.
Okay.
And then the performance he put on against Jose Aldo was ridiculous. I don't want to take that away from him. Like, that was definitely championship level performance. Kid did great, but I had no idea who he was.
I did. I guess maybe he was a big shot in Russia.
Definitely came over with one of those big names, kind of like the Anderson Silva when he came in, because Anderson had I think 1 fight before the title shot. And
oh wow.
Came out being like, one of the longest running champs of all time. Fortunately, once he lost, he has not been the same ever since. But
yeah,
he'll get you.
What a legend there. Let's take a look at the co-main event with Nunes and Anderson.
Oof.
Thoughts?
Dude, it's hard to bet. It's hard to bet against Nunes.
I always have this feeling of the underdog just, doing something at the exact right time, exact right precision. I don't know. I mean,
if I think Anderson, Megan Anderson definitely has a chance. I mean, that girl was a monster in where did she come from?
Invicta.
Yeah. When she was fighting.
Let me. Can we pause here? I'm gonna
of course.
take care of him. We'll cut this part out. Okay. Came from Invicta. She was the featherweight champion.
Okay.
Then she fought. I don't know. I can't remember what her first fights in the UFC were, but she did fight Holly Holm. She got beat. I think that was the first time she had really faced that level.
Well, yeah, dude. And Holly Holm is such a badass.
Oh, she's my favorite fighter. Oh my God. Like,
wait, is this? No way. This is Megan's first fight in the UFC.
No. No.
Okay.
This isn't her first fight. No.
Google's just tripping out and not giving me the early stats.
No, she fought Holly. She fought. Did she? Oh, she fought Kat Zingano. That was a controversial win, but
she. Her first fight was scheduled against Chris Cyborg in 2017, but then she pulled out. And then Tanya Evinger came in. So then her first fight was against Holly Holm. So yeah, first fight against Holly Holm, lost, and then fought Kat Zingano, won via TKO. Yeah, with an eye. Okay, so yeah, I could see.
Yeah.
But then she lost against Felicia Spencer. Won. Okay, so she's a great fighter, but I mean, she's only been in the UFC for 2 years. She's won 3, lost 2.
I think, and this is again not to take anything away from her, but like, the featherweight division, I guess, because there aren't too many women that are that big. I mean, how many? I think
Big girls,
what
dude.
would they walk around? Yeah, they probably walk
They're
around
walking
at like
155, 160.
Maybe like 150, 155. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of, okay, who next? Who can we, like, who's
Yeah.
willing to do this?
Well, I mean,
So
she's a big girl, 6 feet. Like I
yeah,
feel like that's got to be the tallest
yeah.
female fighter that I've seen in a while.
She might be the tallest female fighter in the UFC. I wouldn't be
Man,
surprised.
yeah,
So she does have that height advantage and the reach advantage there. And I believe she comes from a striking background.
she
I
got
think.
style is Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She got a purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu. So yeah, I mean, I follow her on Instagram. She's got some pretty nasty footage of her, practicing clench work, getting those knees and those bows in. So, I mean, girl can crack. Saw a couple of her highlights from Invicta. I don't know though, man, but it's Amanda Nunes.
Yeah. Yeah, let's write the eulogy now just to get it out of the way.
Just what is Amanda's career? What has she got going on?
Oh man.
She's been in the she's been in the UFC since 2013. Good golly, Miss Molly.
Yeah. She was in Invicta too. Wait, was she in Invicta? I think she wasn't. I don't know.
Oh my god. Yeah, she was in Invicta. But yeah, she's 24-4, 13 knockouts. Good Lord, 3 submissions and 4 decisions. She has been knocked out twice though. So, but
yeah, but one by Kat Zingano, I think, but that was so long. See, the thing is, do you really, how much weight do you give that? Because that was
definitely early in the career. I mean, has she lost in the UFC?
Is she undefeated in the UFC?
So beat Felicia Spencer.
I think she's
she so far she hasn't lost since 2014 against Kat Zingano.
And that was an Invicta.
No, that was right? That was at UFC 178.
Oh, that was UFC. Okay.
That was in bantamweight though. So since then she has won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She's won 11 fights since her loss against Kat Zingano. And Kat Zingano is the only person to beat her in the UFC. So, dude.
That might be like one of those fights that you're like kind of scared to watch. Like, because you're like, oh, God. Please don't. Yeah.
It's going to be brutal. I mean, there's just this entire, like all 4 of the main event fights are just going to be stupid brawls. Just as it is. Just bananas. Because it starts out with Rakic and Santos. And Santos is a goddamn monster.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I mean, look at the freaking whatever you call that thing.
He's got the Thor's hammer on his chest, so it's
that's all you need to know.
Most gangster tattoo there. Next to Brock Lesnar's sword, and then Derek Lewis's knockout king on his chest. Like, you don't put those things there. Like,
if you're not a little bit
theoretically,
crazy.
yeah. Like, no, they are there because you're a bad man.
Yeah.
And
yeah, for sure.
Thiago's last fight, he was a loss. He's on a 2-fight skid, but his last he fought against John Jones after being 3-0 in light heavyweight. Can you believe this dude started in the UFC at middleweight? That dude was going down to 185. What?
Oh my goodness. How is he still alive? Oh God, look at it. He's 6'2".
6'2". Dude's a monster. I mean, it's the same thing as like Yoel Romero. Just like, how did you ever get down to 185? Speaking of, he's at Bellator. And have you seen what they got going out there? They got that 8-5.
No, I don't. Are they doing their what do you call it? They
They're
do
doing
the Grand Prix.
Yeah, the Grand Prix 8-fight. They're having him fighting at 205 at light heavyweight. So they got him, Corey Anderson. They got a bunch of fights.
Dude.
Let me
Okay, so he's light heavyweight now. Okay.
Yeah, he's light heavyweight. Anyways, but Thiago is the first fighter to win a scorecard against John Jones. Like, that's the first time John Jones has ever won a split decision. And Thiago, just when I say a monster, he literally blew up his entire left leg. He tore his ACL, his PCL, MCL, his meniscus, and he cracked his tibia in like the second round, and he went to decision.
Are you talking about the fight with Jones?
Yeah, with the fight with Jones. Just ridiculous hard, just an absolute monster. He was throwing that leg the entire fight, and you saw it. Like, he would throw it, he would hit Jones, and as it would come down, like, it would buckle, and he'd be like, and like he would just stand there, and he just like kept throwing. Just an absolute monster. And Alexander Rakic, same idea as these other guys, where has been in the game and the UFC for a long time. Started in 2017, but he's 13-2, man.
He's Austrian. I don't know if I can't remember ever seeing an Austrian fighter in the UFC.
Not that I know of.
Interesting. I wonder if I just have a feeling he's got a kickboxing background. I don't know why. I'm looking at him.
I would not doubt it. Let me see. What is kickboxing, boxing, and jiu-jitsu? Yeah. So,
hey. I told you I got an eye for this.
You know these things. It's impressive, man. But he's got one loss, and it was against Ozdemir. His last fight was in, I think it was a main event with Anthony Smith, but it was only a 3-round main event, which was weird. I think it should have went 5 rounds, and I think had it gone 5 rounds, Anthony Smith definitely would have bodied him up. But I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting.
My money's on Santos just because of the mallet on his chest.
I gotta go with Santos. I mean, he's coming off the 2-fight skid. So, I mean, he's definitely got some mental play going there.
Well, he also is in like this super like honeymoon phase with his girlfriend, who's a UFC fighter. She's Russian. And on his Instagram, he's just like, "Oh, baby, my baby, I love you, baby." And like all the comments are like, dude, come on. Oh, like one of the photos he posted. Yeah, one of the photos he posted. It was a photo of them like kissing, like it was a still of them like kissing, like, and it was all like the white, like it looked all cloudy and shit. And then the caption was, "Will you be my last girl?" It's like, "Will you be my last?"
I mean, that's super dope. Good for you, big dog. But also, that's a bit much. That's a bit much for a dude that gets punched in the face for a living. Like,
I guess he's a big softie. I mean,
maybe.
So, man. But I say that jokingly, but also, I mean, you know, you're talking about mental, you know, and you say the last 2 fights he lost. Perhaps there's a correlation there.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe. I don't know, man. The mental side of the fights is such a big part of fighting that not a lot of people talk about. So it could be one hell of a fight. I definitely
let me ask you a hot take. Sorry.
Go for it.
Blachowicz or Adesanya? Blachowicz. Yeah, I can't say that.
I gotta go Adesanya, man.
Wow. I
don't know. What do you think?
I think so too. I have a feel. I just don't see him getting knocked out. I see him being so much faster, faster than Blachowicz, and just higher caliber.
I mean, if you want to talk about fight IQs, Adesanya might have one of the best fight IQs like in the UFC. Period. Like if he doesn't have it yet,
you know what?
What's up?
Do you know how old he is? What do you know how
He's
old he is?
31.
And he looks like he's freaking 23,
Yeah,
but he is
dude's an absolute monster. I mean, if you want to talk about this kid, he's 20-0 in MMA. He's 5-1 in boxing, 75-5 in kickboxing. Dude has only been knocked out like once, I believe.
I didn't know he was undefeated, and I didn't know he had 20
Undefeated.
fights.
Undefeated.
Wow.
He's been in the UFC since 2017. He got signed in 2017. First fights was 2018. Has fought 8 times since. 8 fights in 2 years. The dude's an absolute monster.
And he fought Yoel Romero and won. I really thought, I was like, oh, Yoel is gonna snap this boy in half. Did you see that fight?
I did. I watched that fight, and I think both of them, and I think it's a lot like, I got a fan going on in the back and it's making a lot of noise. Hold up. Bothering the crap out of me. We were talking about fight IQs. Adesanya does a lot of reads at the beginning of his fights, and I think he like went in for like a 1-2, and Yoel just cracked the shit out of him. And Adesanya was like, "Oh, that's a bad idea. I'm not gonna do that ever again."
Yeah,
so he just played the long game, stuck some jabs on Yoel, and got the W. It's not the prettiest thing, but you can't take anything away from him because his last fight before that, I believe, was for the title.
That was Robert Whitaker.
Oh, right? The last fight was Robert Whitaker. That's right. But
for the title.
For the title. Yeah. And that was a goddamn war. His fight with Gastelum was a war. Just the dude is okay with dying in the ring. He talks about it. He's like, I am prepared to die. Like going in that 5th round, he says it. Like he's looking at Gastelum dead across the ring. He's like, I'm prepared to die. And the kid's a monster. Absolute monster. The fact that he's won 8 fights, has had 8 fights in 2 years, and so many wars, it's just bananas.
And it is, I may have already said this, but he is 2 inches taller, and he has a 2-inch reach advantage. So yeah. So I mean, we're used to seeing him at 185 where he looks skinny. Yeah. He's gonna look a little bit meatier now. Definitely. And he might actually look, because I'm looking at this photo. I'm like, damn, it looks like Blachowicz would run right through this skinny kid, but he's not gonna be this skinny. So we'll see if it slows him down at all.
I mean, I think that's definitely the big question there, is whether or not he gets slower when he's at that weight. But I mean, he's coming down to 185. I wouldn't doubt if on fight night he is at 200. So I don't think he's going to be that slow. I mean, Blachowicz has that one punch knockout power. That just no doubt about it. What he did against Dominic Reyes was just embarrassing. Comparative to, like, you see the Dominic Reyes that fought John Jones, who a lot of people thought beat John Jones, and you're just so like, I was going into the fight with Jan thinking like, oh dude, Dominic Reyes is just gonna body this kid up, like no doubt he's gonna have the belt easy. And then just Jan just put on a goddamn spectacle of a fight against him, and just battered him, just made it look like Dominic didn't know how to fight. And it was just crazy, man.
Now, is he, what is his discipline? Is he a grappler?
He's got 8 knockouts. He's got 8 knockouts, but 9 submissions.
Let me look him up real quick. Wait.
Which is silly with a dude that big.
Let's see I'm curious what his background is here. Initially judo at the age of 9. Okay. Judo. There you go.
I mean, the only fight that I've seen him in was against the Dominic Reyes, and that was a stand-up fight the entire time, and that was a master class in in kickboxing. So
But now he's got to do it against Adesanya.
now he's got to do it against Adesanya, who's like, and Adesanya's like entire argument is, it doesn't matter how hard you hit. If you can't land the hit, you're not going to do anything. And Adesanya's got timing for days, man.
I mean, but the thing is, like, Yoel is pretty slow, kind of, maybe, and he hit him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, the fact that Adesanya, I believe he's only ever been knocked out once. So kid's got a chin on him. I don't see him going down on like the one punch, but Jan's got that power to crack. So I think
that'll be fun to watch.
I think this is going to be Israel's hardest fight. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that.
Next to the Gastelum fight, as far as wars go, I think this is going to be absolutely bananas.
So here, because I have a time limit, so I want to give you my predictions for the main card.
Okay.
Just the main card and the Dominic Cruz fight. So I'm going to say Thiago Santos.
Okay.
Islam Makhachev.
Okay.
Aljamain Sterling.
Yep.
Amanda Nunes.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say Blachowicz. I've changed my mind now that after we've talked about it. And then Dominic Cruz. I'm gonna say the other kid. I'm gonna say his opponent, Casey. Just because of the young power versus the older dude. I get it. I have a feeling.
I get it. I mean, I'm gonna agree with you on everything except for the Adesanya. I think Adesanya puts him away. But yeah, everything else. Let me get the last thing from you. The one that we haven't talked about, the Makhachev fight. What do you got for me on that? Because I don't know anything about this fight other than Islam comes from Nurmagomedov's camp.
Yeah, so you're gonna see pretty much the exact same stuff that you would see from Khabib. That's the easy way to think of it, is if Khabib would do it. I mean, that's his brother, like, not blood, but I don't, you know what? I've heard of Drew Dober. I do not know a lot about him. If his discipline is wrestling, then I would bet everything that Islam is more dominant than him in that arena.
He's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about Islam there. And also Islam has really good striking, actually better striking than Khabib, I think. So and just you're talking about mental. These dudes, I don't even think they get nervous. They're eating and sleeping and breathing.
They're just built different.
Yeah. They're raised complete. There's no comparison, you know what I'm saying? In fact, here's a little funny story. Megan Anderson has a little story about she was cornering somebody and Khabib was cornering somebody. I don't remember what promotion this was at. It wasn't UFC. And, the fight's over. You know how everyone shakes hands. Hey, man, your guy did good, blah, blah, blah. And Megan's shaking everyone's hand, and she goes to shake Khabib's hand, and, he's not allowed to touch adult women except for his relatives. And so he doesn't, he's like, he always does this, like, hey, I'm sorry, whatever. And then Megan's like, what the fuck? Like, da, 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 and like, is going off. Anyway, and then she learns, hey, it's the guy's religion, blah, blah, blah. And then she was mortified. But I want to see that. I just, like, I'm looking for a video. I want to see her tall ass, like, go up to Khabib and just be like, hey, man. And then he's just like, nah. And then she's like, pop, pop, pop. Like, I just.
Well, because anyway. Khabib's like, 5'8"?
Yeah, he's not that tall. He's not that tall.
And Megan Anderson's out here 6 foot.
Yeah.
Just might even weigh more than him. But dude, yeah, maybe.
No.
Probably not. But I don't
know. Islam. You gotta watch. Oh, he's and please, after this, just go on YouTube and search Islam Makhachev interviews. Just that's all I'm gonna say. Anyone watching this, just after this, go on YouTube and watch Islam Makhachev interview and pick any. Doesn't matter what video you watch. Just do that for me.
Okay. I
and that's all I got, Marcus. That's all I got.
All right, man. So just last thing, just one more time. So we got, you're saying Casey Kenny over Dominic Cruz. Here, this is what I want. I'll say the fight, and you tell me how it's going to be. This is the last thing I want from you.
Oh, okay, cool.
So Casey, you said Casey Kenny's going to win. How's it going to be?
Knockout.
Okay. You got a round? First round knockout. Okay. Thiago Santos, Alexander Rakic.
Decision. And Santos wins.
Decision for Santos. Really? You think that fight's going to go the distance? Okay.
Listen, who the hell knows? I'm just whatever my gut for the ones that I'm not too knowledgeable about.
Yeah.
I go with the things that I do know, and whatever my gut tells me there, that's all I can do. Some of these like Makhachev. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so next up we got Islam Makhachev, Drew Dober. You said Islam. When's he do it?
Makhachev by submission in the second or third round.
Okay. First title fight, Petr Yan, Aljamain Sterling. You said Sterling gets it. When's he do it?
Decision.
Decision. Actually, yeah, I'm going to agree with that one. I'll definitely agree with that one. It's either going to be decision for Sterling or submission.
Knockout? Oh, submission.
I don't think he's got knockout power, but he's got that. Yeah. His submission game's stupid. All right. Amanda Nunes, Megan Anderson. You said Amanda.
No, I said Megan first round knockout.
First round.
Yeah,
Shit. You got Megan on the first.
Just kidding. All respect to her. No, I think Nunes. Gosh, I hate to say this, but I think Nunes first round knockout. You know what I mean? TKO, KO, whatever. But I think
I'll say third round, but I think it'll be a TKO for sure. Then last one, Jan Blachowicz, Israel Adesanya. You said it goes to Jan.
You know what? I'm gonna say he wins by submission in the fourth round.
What? Oh my God! What are the betting odds on that?
Okay, but let me ask you this: if I get everything that I just said, if I get all of them right, and if you get all of them right, like we need to have some kind of like wager on the line, or whoever gets the most.
The most, right?
Yeah, like who wins the fight, and then also the method.
Okay, dude, I'm a degenerate. I'll bet on anything. You ain't got to tell me.
Okay, what about let's see, a Starbucks gift card.
Starbucks gift card? Hey, absolutely. I'll bet.
Now it's exciting.
Well, what you want? What's the price on the card?
Markus, you know I'm a classy bitch. We don't
We ain't gonna put the numbers out?
That. We don't discuss that, no.
Fair enough. All right.
No.
Well, there is a bet.
We'll discuss it.
We will discuss offline. There's a bet on it. So to be fair, let me go through those for me. I got Dominic Reyes decision. Thiago Santos knockout in the second. I'll go with you, Islam Makhachev submission in the second. Aljamain Sterling. I'm feeling a little spicy. I'll go
submission. You're gonna say
I'm gonna go submission first round. First round submission.
Whoa.
To Sterling.
Spicy.
Nunes, third round TKO. Adesanya, fourth round TKO.
Wow, that's we got some predictions there.
We're
excited. We got something on the line.
Got something on the line. Dude, I'm so excited for this fight. This card's gonna be dumb. I don't know if I'm gonna catch the early prelims. I mean, they start at 5. Jesus, when does the main card start? The main card starts at 9. Holy shit.
Because
I'm gonna be watching fights until 1 a.m. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because it's in Vegas. Hell yeah, dude. All right, dude. It's been great.
Always a pleasure, girl. Nice catching up with you. Hope you're living well. We'll talk soon throughout the week. I'm sure we'll text and we'll talk about the fight on the night.
We'll have to do a post. We'll have to do a post.
post review, see
Yeah.
it, see what happens. But
Yeah.
as always, man, I appreciate you and your time.
Thank you.
Best wishes to you
Markus.
and your
Great.
family, everybody that's been with us until the end. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you guys watch the fight. Y'all be easy. Yeah.